Yep. Alright. So I run 3 of the BT8 VMons. It's on play. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 2-color blue card among them to your hand and place the remaining at the bottom of the deck in any order. So that grabs me all of my level 4s and level 6s. Fun fact, this does not grab Magna X BT16, so it may or may not be taken out of the deck. I might reduce it by 1 and put in something else, or I might just replace it entirely with the blue-red VMon when it comes out. Run BT12 VMon at 4. It's the best searcher. It reveals the top 3 cards of your deck, adds 1 free trait, and 1 Davis in name. So you can grab the Davis, you can grab any armor form. You can't grab the BT9 Magna X, but you can grab the BT16 Magna X because it has that little text there that says it's also treated as free. I run 4 of the promo VMons. Once per turn, if you have a Tamer in play, you may reduce the Digivolution by 1 into a free. All of my armor forms are free, so, and I can use this off of any Tamer. So if I use Davis, Louis, or TK on board, I can use this effect. And then it also has the inheritable of draw 1 if I swing with a 2 or more color Digimon. And that's not once per turn, so that's just 1 attacking. And then I run 3 of the jamming VMons because it gives you an early swing or a free swing basically, unless you hit an option. And then other than that, you can also mirror this with one of the Armor Purge Magnas with the Fire Rocket. So if you were to swing and your Magna dies, then this will swing as the second check for jamming. Really, really good. Alright, that's the rookies. Let's go level 4s. They're all Magnamon, so I run 4 of each actually. So I run 4 of the BT13 Magnas. It's a blocker. When it leaves the field, you can grab a card, draw a card, and then you can either play out the VMon from underneath or 1 from your hand. So it's it doesn't have Armor Purge, but it floats, so you can activate the effect of the on play from your searching VMons after it leaves the battlefield. Or you can just play out like this VMon if you know you have a Tamer on play and your opponent's turn is about to be over, to set up your next play. The next Magna, which is the best Magna in my opinion, is the BT8 Magna. It has Armor Purge, it's a blocker. When digivolving, you can unsuspend and then you gain plus 2000 DP for each armor form in your trash. So that's really strong. I steal games with this card all the time just because of the unsuspension. And then you can also use this to go under GX to unsuspend it when swinging with X antibody so that you leave him as a blocker and it gives him DP. And then another really great Magna, probably my second favorite, is the ST17 Magna. So this is a really good security bomb. If it's hitting security, you can de-digivolve 1 Digimon, so it doesn't specify your opponent's, so you can do either yours or your opponent's Digimon. And then if you have a VMon after battle, it will digivolve on top of VMon and proc its other effect to trash the top Digivolution card for each color of one of your opponent's Digimon. And then you can bounce one of their Digimon with no sources. So this is really good against Devas and anything that has an ace in it. You can steal memory, steal the turn using this card. Alright. Level 5s, I only run 4. I run 3 of the Angelwoman Ace. Basically, her whole deal is I could I can evolve it on top of the yellow Magnas to trash a security and deal 6,000 to my opponent's Digimon. Um, but mainly what I use this card for is to play it out to proc the effect of the Magna X, and then I can kill a smaller body. Also, while it's on the field, whenever my opponent does check a security, if I have 3 or fewer, I can recover 1. So this kind of keeps my immunity going, deals with some annoying things, and then also keeps my security um, from running out while I figure out how to get through the rest of theirs. The final level 5 would be Chimeramon. Um, Pretty simple. It's just a, Digivolve, DNA Digivolve swing for game situation. Sometimes you can also DP reduce, I think, 3 Digimon. So against like Numamon and decks that go wide with small bodies, you can use this to kind of deal with that. I mean, this is the main boss monster, level 6s. So Magna X, I'll just read it. When Digivolving, well, first of all, you Digivolve on top of a 2-color Magnamon in name for the cost of 5. It has Blocker and Armor Purge. When Digivolving, if Magna X or an Armor form is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, it becomes immune to your opponent's effects. That means options, Digimon, just everything. And then it also unsuspends and gains plus 3,000. But the cool thing is it also has all turns once per turn when a card is removed from a security stack. So it could be your opponent's or yours. It activates its when Digivolving effect. So then you unsuspend. I guess you would gain immunity again, but you already have it. And then you would gain another 3,000. So, really, really strong card. I still run 2 of the old Magna X just because if I can get it on board underneath of this guy, if there is a situation where this dies, I can Armor Purge. Now I have Magna X on board who is unaffected by effects, and I can redirect to purge this to the top of security to save the stack underneath. And this guy is an infinite redirector as long as you have X antibody or an armor form underneath of it. So, still too good not to get rid of. I run 1 level 7, it's Jesmon GX. This card is broken. So it states Digivolve 5 from a level 6 with Royal Knights in its traits. All of my level 6s are Royal Knights. When Digivolving, you may place a card with Royal Knights in its traits and a play cost of 13 or less from your hand or trash under this Digimon's Digivolution cards, and activate one of that Digimon's when Digivolving effects, then Blitz. So what I like to do with this guy is if I don't have this in trash or hand, like ideally you want to go this guy on top of a level 6 here, and then tuck either this guy underneath to unsuspend it, gain plus 3,000 in immunity, or you run the BT8 Magna with the X antibody combo, because this guy you can swing X antibody Digivolve into this guy. This guy will go underneath, gain 2,000 for every armor and trash, and unsuspend. So you can leave him as a huge blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. But I didn't get to the best part of this card yet. So, oh, messed up my stack here. So, he also All turns while a card with Royal Knights is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, it gains Piercing, Blocker, and Security Attack +1 for each Royal Knight. Um, I forgot to mention my level 4 Magnas are all Royal Knights as well. So most of the time when this guy comes out onto the field, he's checking for security. So busted card. Options, run X antibody, pretty self-explanatory. I think I've said a few options where you just swing Digivolve into either GX or Magna X, and then you proc their immunity, and all that. Also, good security bomb. If your opponent's at 0 and they swing and they hit it, you gain 1, it's your turn. Awakening. This card is really good because when you play it, you can Digivolve your armor form into a Magnamon in its name. So you can use, and it can't be DP reduced until the end of your opponent's turn. So this was a bigger card before the BT16 Magna. Mainly what I use this for now is to cheap Evo into Magna X BT16 to proc its effect, or I'll just use it to Digivolve this Magnamon BT8 on top of one of my other Magnamons to unsuspend and swing for game. The other effect from security, you add this card to hand and you add a Magnamon in its name from your trash to your hand. So this recurs your Magna X or any Magna piece that you need from your deck, from your trash. Fire Rocket, I don't think there's a whole lot that I can say about this. It just gives, if you have an armor form in traits in play, you can play this and give any 2-color Digimon security +1. So you could give it to Magna X, Magna, armor form, any armor form, as long as you have an armor form in play. And then security effect has been coming up a little bit more recently. It just deletes a blocker. So usually I'll pick one that like Mega Gargamon, so that I get the Ace Overflow and Steel turn. Emissary, probably one of the best options in the deck. It allows me to search my security for a vaccine. So all of my Magna X's are vaccines, and my level 5 Angelwoman Aces are vaccines. So I can search for that, Digivolve into it, level 6 or lower, and then if I have the TK in play, then I can recover one. The main thing that I use this for is to check a security and activate Magna X's effect. Or if I have the TK first, I can play TK, grab the top card, add Magna X to my security, suspend it, gain a memory, and then I play Emissary to Digivolve into the Magna X, and then it'll gain immunity, and I'll recover 1. So that's pretty much those guys. I've run 2 of each. Then for the last 3 cards, I have 2 Davis. This guy, start a main phase. If you have a Digimon with free in its traits, gain 1 memory. I think every card in the deck besides the Aces, the Chimera, the Magna X BT9, and the Jesmon GX are all free. So only those cards aren't free. And then on play, I may play a Vmon out and proc the Vmon's effect. So I can play a Vmon out for free with this effect. And then the last card is Louis, because Louis equals hybrid for game. If it gets hit in security, you can push your stack and raising up. So I usually don't do that unless I have Magnamon in back, just because I don't want my Vmon to die. And then the other thing it does is every time you raise during your breeding phase, you can suspend this to gain 1 memory. So like earlier, when my opponent put me to 2, I pushed up the Vmon, was able to suspend this, gain a memory. Now I swing jamming, 1 check, and I can Digivolve into BT8 Magna for 3 to unsuspend and swing. So that's the deck profile. What do you let me know what you guys think?